Today we're talking about mental health in college, and with us today is Dr. Voula Erfourth, who is the Vice President for Student Success and Engagement and Dean of Students at Baker College. Mental health, always an important topic. Let's talk a little bit about the support for students and families.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit. Welcome.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm
Yeah,
excited to be here. Not a fun topic, but it is one of my favorite topics.
Necessary topic.
Very necessary today, especially, right? And it is something we spend a lot of time talking about actually at the college. And I think first and foremost, we have to talk about the fact that we recognize that mental health issues are on the rise, that support is needed. And I think you have to start there, right? So students are stressed about financial and economic uncertainty. They are have come out of the pandemic, maybe a little bit less certain about how to socially interact with their peers, maybe with a little bit of less self-efficacy even in the classroom. Folks that were sort of thrown into, our traditional students anyway, who were sort of thrown into online education when they were not prepared for it. That can be really stressful, right? And then of course our post-traditional students who have families and jobs and other commitments, that is all really stressful right now with a lot of uncertainty in the world. So I think the recognition is key, right? So the first thing that we did to help support students is partner with a company called You Will. It's a third-party service that offers traditional one-on-one teletherapy for our students. So any of our registered students can access that service for free.
That's amazing.
It has been great, honestly, and we have had good numbers of students take us up on it. Necessary, again, they're not always getting it outside of there, so I'm happy we were able to step in and provide that.
Absolutely.
Another thing that we have done coming out of COVID was develop what we call our care team at the institution. This is a group of trained individuals who come together to intervene and provide care plans as needed for students who really are struggling, right? So it's sort of, it's really a twofold benefit. One, it helps the institution sort of identify students who may, have some concerning patterns of behavior. But then on the other hand, if we can intervene early, we can really step in and help them turn it around before it's too late, right? And finally, I would say any opportunities we can give them to connect with each other, connect with us, right?
Human connection is
That's
so
exactly right. So
important.
student clubs, programming, etc. So
the parents, they get a little nervous when they send their kids off, and I'm not too far away from that. What advice should you give parents? Parents want to know that their kids are being taken care of, but what advice do you have for parents that are getting ready to send their kids off?
Okay, so my oldest is graduating from high school in less than a month.
Congratulations.
So, thank you. This is very close to my heart right now. Ask me again in 6 months. I'll come back and let you know how it went.
Let me know how it's going in 6 months.
Exactly, right. But what I will say is, so our campuses are all very safe, right? We prioritize safety on campuses. We have dedicated superior campus safety staff who are trained each of our campuses. So I will say, I feel confident that students on our campuses are safe and well cared for. We have great dedicated staff to do that, right? But I think the hard part for parents is finding that balance, because you have to sort of let them go and experience things on their own, even if that means missing an important class deadline, whether that means not being successful in a part-time job, right? We can't come and save them every time like we have.
We can't get an apartment on campus.
That is right. Although we have had parents ask if they can come stay.
Listen, I believe it. And I don't blame them.
No, of course not, right? Like they're your babies. Of
Absolutely.
course, you can't just, it's hard to push them out of the nest, right? But it really is that balance. And we always want to partner with parents and families with that, because we recognize they know their child best. They know their student best. So if they sort of give us that opportunity and welcome us in as a partner,
that's great.
We want to take care of them, right?
That's awesome.
So
what type of opportunities to pursue careers in the mental health field are there at Baker?
Yeah, excellent. So we have social work program, we have a human service program, both of which obviously advocate in that space. We have a psychology degree, a traditional psychology degree that sort of allows people to launch from there. All of our health care programs, which we have a lot of course. There is some element, of course, you're always helping serve humans.
Right.
And so the mental health piece is a huge component in any of our healthcare programs. And then finally, I mean, from a really, I think like direct lens, you know, even human resource management,
Sure.
there's an element of that for our HR managers. And so we're prepping people to take on those kinds of roles.
What led you to your career today at Baker? I'm curious.
Great question. So I've been with Baker for 21 years, actually.
Wow,
Thank
congratulations.
you. Yeah. I was a middle school English teacher for a very short amount of time before making the switch. And admittedly, I was just going to be a part-time person until I got a teaching job in the new community that I moved to. And by the time the next fall rolled around, I was heavily into student affairs already.
That's awesome.
I kind of figured out pretty quickly that college was for me. I never wanted to leave.
That's awesome.
So now I get to stay at college all the time. It's great.
I love it. Well, Baker's lucky to have you, and we
thank
were lucky
you.
to have you this morning with us, Dr. Voula Erfourth, who is the Vice President for Student Success and Engagement and Dean of Students at Baker College. Thanks again for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
More of the show right after this.